Yeah, I love you too. Wednesday. We're almost there, guys. NBA starts in 2 days. We have our first preseason action in 2 days with the Japan games, Wizards and Warriors. Game starts at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're not watching that shit, okay? But we'll watch the highlights. We no longer have to... We guys, give yourself a round of applause. We no longer have to pretend like we care about the NFL. We made it. I didn't think we would make it, but we made it. We no longer care. Hey, are any of you in that MFFL fantasy league that I'm in? My team is atrocious. And I don't want to be the guy who stops trying, but I'm in too many fantasy leagues. Like, it's getting to that point where that one's on the back burner. But I don't want to be that guy. And I will continue to try, but my team's terrible. We are also, as of today, 7 days away from the first Dallas Mavericks preseason game. It's here, ladies and gentlemen. We are so excited. At least I am. I can't speak for all of you. But I'm excited. Dad, how good was Luka? He broke the Jazz and the Suns franchise. Yeah, by the end of it, Luka will have broken every single franchise in the NBA at least once, besides the Dallas Mavericks. Hopefully. You think Bertans will have a good season or not? Ask Tanner. Okay, here we go. Brad Townsend's been tweeting out videos from the scrimmages. Oh, Jesus. That's what it's all about right there. Oh, Bertans! There you go, Tanner. 15, 5, and 5 for Bertans. If Bertans averages 5 assists, I'll get a tattoo of his face on my ankle. Okay, mark that one down. Somebody keep track of all my tattoo promises. I'll make a few here and there. Oh, nice pump fake. Oh, step back three. Theo Pinson. Yeah, Dwight Powell fighting for these rebounds. Reggie wide open three, breaks it, but Dwight Powell fighting for the rebounds again. And one! Working. Working hard. Good to see Tyson Chandler back, having a chat with Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel being on the coaching staff in some way, shape, or form would be huge. I tweeted this out yesterday, 2 days ago. I don't remember. I tweet a lot. All right. Could have been any number of days. But, you know, shit on the Mavericks all you want about their incompetent roster building over the years. But they have always put together some pretty great coaching staffs. That's one thing that they've done really well. It's not even that uncommon of a thing, right? For like a coach to become an assistant on a coach, on a team coached by a team. On a team coached by a coach that used to be an assistant on his staff. It's not that uncommon, right? Anyone who plays my team here? No. Not me, at least. Nowitzki's the only person here on a rolling office chair advising. There you go, Dirk. Advise away. Advise away, Dirk. Dirk, a rolling chair, a throne, whatever Dirk wants, Dirk gets. All right? If Dirk wants to be carried around like the Kings in the old days, carried around with 4 people carrying him on a throne everywhere he goes, I'll sign up. I'll do it. Sully, where are they hitting at? In here. Dunkin' Donuts, I mean, rapidly climbing up my coffee rankings, right? It's 1A, 1B situation with Starbucks, and I've been going to Dunkin' the past week, and I'm not gonna lie, I've really kind of thought Dunkin' might solidify themselves as the sole leader, right? 1A by themselves, no 1B, just 1 Dunkin' Donuts, then 2 Starbucks. Today it was a little river watery. Okay, it was a little battery acidy, and that's kind of the thing. The highs with Dunkin' are great, especially considering the price, but the lows can be low. Starbucks, it's safe. You're not going to get these super low lows that sometimes you'll get with Dunkin'. So, you know, they got to work on it. They'll get in the lab tomorrow. I'll probably go back and we'll see if they improved. We'll see if they made the adjustments necessary in order to get me the cup of coffee that I love and deserve as a paying customer, as a patron. And I think they will. Getting a shout out on a stream, I had to rewind and screen record to send to my friends. Thanks, Alibias. Dude, I don't know if you see this, but there's 20 people in chat. I'll literally respond to pretty much every single chat. Dunkin' also has better choices to eat. I'm not a fan of Starbucks food, to be honest. No. Especially for price. I mean, you're paying $7 for a below average breakfast sandwich at Starbucks, right? When you could get Munchkins, donuts, right? Good donuts. The sandwiches at Dunkin' are better and also way cheaper. The food at Starbucks is a joke. If you're constantly buying breakfast at Starbucks, you're a fucking sucker. All right, I'm just gonna call it like it is. Go home and cook some eggs. You probably don't even know how to cook eggs. I just whipped up some insane scrambled eggs and some spinach. Strong and 1 finish from Josh Green. Let me be the judge. This isn't where I wanted to go, but, you know, now that we're here, just want everybody to take a deep breath, relax just a little bit, okay? We're so close to the start of the NBA season. I know you've been struggling, right? The NFL just doesn't fucking fill the void. It just doesn't feel the void. Take a deep breath, right? Everybody just... We're a week away from Mavs preseason basketball. Let's see. And one! We need to get a Jaden Hardy cam for the season. A Jaden Hardy cam, but also a, you know, since we're going to be streaming every other game pretty much, every other team at some point, I want to get cams for my guys. It's so annoying that you stream at 1 p.m. will continuously shame you for my inconvenience. It's tough, man. It's tough. There's no perfect time to stream. International audience. I mean, everybody across the world, billions of viewers. Lots of different time zones. Shea cam has to happen for sure. A Shea cam will happen. If Lucas shoots 40, 50, 90, Skip Bayless will shut up. If Lucas shoots... I'm assuming you mean 50, 40, 90. If Lucas shoots 50, 40, 90, I will tattoo the outline of Slovenia on my... right by my right nipple. We're visiting with Hardy and Christian Wood. Walks by and announces, he's a steal. I'm telling you, he's a steal. Oh my God, man. Oh. I'm telling you, there's something about Jaden Hardy. It's nothing really basketball-wise, right? The shot creation for a second-round pick is crazy. The shot creation for a second-round pick is insane. That's a great skill to have for a guy you drafted in the second round. But it's just something about the vibes. It really is. It's just something. There's just something about Jaden Hardy you don't really feel with other players. I can't really describe it. Like, you just watch him and you're like, yeah, that guy's gonna be fucking good. Okay, the Suns are collapsing right in front of our eyes. And it's actually kind of worse than I thought. Obviously, Ayton looks like he wants to, Ayton looks like he'd rather be anywhere but Phoenix, Arizona. Can't say I blame him. No, just kidding. I've never been to Phoenix. Heard decent things about it. Not great things, decent things. And that's okay. Almost just spilled my fucking eggs everywhere. Wasn't Jaden Hardy compared to De'Aaron Fox? I think he was compared a lot to Michael Jordan. It's a little bit aggressive to me as a second rounder, but I understand. So this was in response to whether or not he's talked to Coach Monty Williams after the Game 7. Just for a little background information in case you forgot, Monty Williams and DeAndre Ayton got into it a little bit during Game 7.
No, I haven't smoked him at all. Ever since the game. So Monty kind of been able to move. I haven't smoked him on. No, I haven't smoked him at all. Ever since the game. So not even no.
This is another one of those instances, right? His press conference during media day, you saw the tweets of what he said, and you're like, okay, I need to see the video because it sounds really bad, typed out. I need to see what it looked like. And you watched it, and you're like, wow, that sounds worse. This is the same thing where he says, it could have been like, oh, yeah, you know, we both went on vacation. We haven't really talked, but we're all good. That's not what this is worse than what it sounds like. This is worse than what it looks like written out. He's like, no, I haven't talked to that motherfucker. Fuck him. Paraphrasing, of course.
I'm here. Are you happy to be here, DA? Yeah, I'm alright. When I'm in between those lines now, I just work. You know, I'm not playing for myself. You know.
Wait, did somebody say, are you happy to be here? And he said, I'm alright?
Are you happy to be here, DA? Yeah, I'm alright.
Somebody asked if he's happy to be here, and he said, I'm alright. Oh my God. There's no way he's finishing the season here. No, Ayton's usually a pretty happy-go-lucky guy.
When I'm in between those lines now, I just work. You know, I'm not playing for myself. You know, I have an organization across my chest, and a name on my back I have to represent. I'm just here to work.
If you could talk to Monty, what would you want to talk to him about? What would you want to tell him?
Huh?
Well, if you could talk to Monty, what would you want to talk to him about? What would you want to tell him?
I can show him better than I can tell him.
I can show him better than I could tell him. You guys think that that's a threat? No, I don't think it's a threat. Not a threat. That'd be funny, though, if he's talking about literally beating his ass. I don't understand how they haven't spoken. How have you as a coach not... Yeah, the duct tape might... Hey, man, media guys, you got to go through it. You got to improvise. Whenever I was doing media at Texas Tech and going to interviews like this... I mean, usually it's just your phone. But some of the shit you see. How do you not, as a coach, how do you not talk to a guy you just gave $30 million a year to. It's a little bit insane to me. I mean, I don't know. I wanted to see what Monty said. Monty said something. I haven't talked to a bunch of our guys. I just wanted to give everybody a break. Is that right? Ayton to the Pelicans would be crazy. That would be pretty crazy. Victor Wembanyama is going to be the best player of all time. Dude, Otterbox, you saved the day yet again, Otterbox. You saved the day yet again. Yeah, this is my phone background, by the way. LeBron Game 6, face. That was a disgusting fall for my phone. I'm actually shocked that it's not fucked up in some capacity. Yeah, I saw the Wembanyama highlights. Wembanyama from a couple of days ago. That seems stupid to me. He's gonna knock himself out. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way that he moves, it scares me. I'm not showing this actually. I'm not showing these highlights. I'm not showing these highlights. That's stupid. He's gonna knock himself out. I think I've fallen victim to the optimist side of fans for the upcoming season. I'm disappointed in myself. Why be disappointed in yourself, man? There's no reason to be. Hey, there's no reason at all to be disappointed in yourself. Jack Nicholson. Nobody that height stays healthy. I just watch him and it just screams injury. It just does. I hope I'm wrong, obviously. I did see Jimmy Butler's hair, yes. I really wish for Wemby to have a great career, but he's not going to happen to his 7'4" without shoes. And he's growing still, right? That's what I've heard at least. It does spook me out a little tiny bit. Okay, well, I'm not wasting any time here. I want to do an expansion draft with you guys. Let me find a good picture to tweet out. Like Kevin Durant Sonics jersey. I feel like Kevin Durant in a Supersonics jersey is the way to go. Boom, Seattle. Yeah, I like this picture. Why is it blurry as shit? I don't like that picture. I do like this picture, but there's a dumb fucking watermark on it. This picture's pretty good. This picture's great. This is the one I'm using. Where did it go? Yeah. Can we just replace the Suns with the Supersonics and get a new third team instead? There's been some speculation that a team could go, like relocate sometime soon. I wonder who it would be. The Clippers are about to build a new stadium, aren't they? Or have they already done that? No. Doing an NBA expansion draft. Get in here right now if you want to play NBA GM for a little bit. All right, I went through the hassle. It took me hours, by the way. So if you guys could like the stream, it would help out tremendously. It took me hours, and I'm not kidding, like 4 or 5 hours to go through each and every team's roster and figure out who I would protect and who I wouldn't protect in a expansion draft scenario. Now, just to set, some rules, right? Just to set some rules. Just looking back on previous NBA expansion drafts, usually what happens is 8 players per team. 2 expansion teams, obviously. But each NBA team can only lose 1 player. Does that make sense? So if you were to pick somebody from, let's say, the Seattle team, pick somebody from... What the fuck's going on here? The Seattle team picks somebody from the Atlanta Hawks. The Las Vegas team can't pick somebody from the Atlanta Hawks. Does that make sense? Does what I'm saying make sense to you guys? So each NBA team can only lose one player. Watching the NBA for more than 15 years, I literally don't understand what he said. All right, here we go. Let me try again. Each NBA team gets to protect 8 players. All right, that means that they're going to leave, what would that be? 9, 8 guys exposed to the expansion team. The guys left exposed can be drafted by the expansion teams, but each NBA team can only lose one guy. So there's 2 expansion teams, 14 drafts, 14 rounds of the expansion draft. The Hawks can't lose more than one player. The Celtics can't lose more than one player. So if you draft, I don't know, let's just say Danilo Gallinari from the Celtics, first overall, the Celtics can't lose another player. Does that make sense? Here's the player pool. And I want to go over this. The player pool was difficult. I went through and I tried to determine this mic stand really is about to get thrown off the fucking balcony, right? I went through and I had a hard time with some of these teams. So we're going to go through team by team. Yeah, contracts get transferred. So you have to keep that in mind too. Not only are you drafting a player, but you're drafting their contract as well. So let's just go through team by team really, really quickly. There are some teams that I need help with. Some teams that some teams I'm unsure about. All right, Celtics immediately are a team I'm unsure about. Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Smart, Tatum, Derek White, Grant Williams, Robert Williams. Those 7 are getting protected no matter what. The 8th spot is difficult for me. Okay? I'm trying to decide between Al Horford and Peyton Pritchard. The thing is Peyton Pritchard would 1,000,000% get snagged. Peyton Pritchard would, without a doubt, get drafted by an expansion team. I'm telling you right now, the expansion draft pool, it's slim. It's very slim pickings. So an expansion team would be stupid to not draft a guy like Peyton Pritchard. Young, had a role to play on a championship or a championship contending team, a team that went to the finals. How many guys can you protect from each team? 8. 8 guys get protected from each team. Who do you guys think the Celtics would protect? Horford or Pritchard? Here's what I would do if I were the Celtics GM. I would cheat. I would tamper. I would sit Al Horford down and I would say, hey, listen, man, we're going to protect Pritchard because he would get drafted 1,000,000%. What we need you to do, since you're an older player, right? You've kind of been through this. You were on the Thunder that one weird year. Threaten to retire. Say, hey, expansion team, if you draft me, I'm calling it quits. I don't want to play on a new team. I don't want to play on what would probably be a bad team. I'm going to quit. I'm going to retire. That's what I would tell Al Horford. So at Horford, they will want vets with all the youngins they will get. So you guys think they'd protect Horford? That's the thing, is these super deep contending teams are going to have to sacrifice either a veteran who helps them contributes on a nightly basis, or a young guy with upside. They can't risk losing Horford? All right. Okay. We're throwing Horford in there. Al Horford's protected. So here's who's available for the Celtics. Pritchard's the guy, right? Pritchard's obviously the guy. Nets. I thought the Nets was kind of easy. Claxton, you're protecting. Curry, KD, Kyrie, Patty Mills, Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, Royce O'Neal. That's who I think you're protecting. I'm leaving Joe Harris off. He's making like $18 million a year. Coming off of an injury. Last time we saw him, he was shitting in his britches against the Bucks in the playoffs. I think they protect Cam Thomas over him. They just traded a first for Royce O'Neal. They just gave Patty Mills and Claxton a contract. Seth's too good. TJ Warren gets snagged. Does he? I think Joe Harris would get snagged. Either that or maybe like De'Aaron Sharp or Kessler Edwards. But do you guys agree with this choice though? I think you have to keep Cam Thomas. I don't know. You think Patty Mills gets thrown to the Wolves? Maybe if he didn't just sign a contract. TJ Warren got no value right now. No, I agree. Don't protect Patty, but then protect who? Joe Harris? No, I'm keeping Patty. I'm keeping Patty here. I feel good about my Nets selection. Raptors were a little bit difficult too. Obviously, Pascal, Fred, OG, Trent, Precious, Scotty Barnes, right? Those 6, no doubt about it. Christian Koloko, they just drafted. They're keeping him. And I'm going with Malachi Flynn. It's either him, Chris Boucher, who I think you throw Thad Young and Otto Porter to the Wolves. I don't think they get drafted. Banton is an interesting one too. Protect Boucher. See, I think I would protect Malachi Flynn personally. I think he's got some pretty decent upside. I don't think the Raptors would though. Is Chris Boucher their only center? Well, they put Precious at center, and he's pretty good there. All right. I agree. I don't think Malachi Flynn gets protected, actually. I think it is Boucher. They just drafted him. I think that they're okay with leaving Otto out there and Thad Young. They're just... I love Flynn when he got run during the COVID stretches. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like if I'm... All right, if you're one of these expansion teams, guys, take a look at the player list so far, right? I would rather have a Malachi Flynn and just be like, all right, fuck it. We'll bring Malachi Flynn in. He's like 24 years old. We'll just say, hey, man, go and do whatever the fuck you want on offense for a couple of years. And let's see if you're anything. And if not, whatever. Over like Thad Young or Otto Porter. Sixers, top 7, super easy. James Harden, PJ, Embiid, D'Anthony Melton, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, Matisse Thybulle. The last one, I'm going with Paul Reed. George Niang was terrible in the playoffs. Korkmaz kind of sucks. Shake Milton, Jaden Springer, who they just drafted in the first round a year ago, I think they keep B-Ball Paul. I feel pretty good about the Sixers one. No, I'm not protecting Montrez. No chance. Go Padres, go Harden. Go Padres. Go Dads. All right, Knicks. I'd consider House, but it depends on need. I just don't see a guy he replaces. No, definitely not. Okay, Knicks one, you have some interesting decisions to make. Cam Reddish, I think you protect. I think it'd be fucking stupid to leave him unprotected. I know that they've been trying to trade him, and he's not happy there, and they don't really seem to want him. But I think it'd be stupid to let him go for nothing, because an expansion team would snag him. He'd be the easy choice if he were available. Mitchell Robinson, obviously, you're keeping. RJ, Emmanuel Quickley, Brunson, Obi Toppin, Quentin Grimes. I think you definitely keep Isaiah Hartenstein. So I think you dangle Julius Randle. You're definitely not protecting Fournier. If somebody takes Fournier's contract off your hands for nothing, that's a huge win. Julius Randle. Let's discuss it. That's the one. That's this juicy one. Bad contract, was bad last year. Honestly, if I'm an expansion team, he's probably who I would take first overall if he were available. But if you're the Knicks, you get off that contract for nothing. And you just wipe your hands of it. This is supposed to say Derrick Rose, I think. I don't know why it says Quentin Rose. Oh, wait. Is there a Quentin Rose? Some of these guys are like training camp guys who I don't know who the fuck they are. Get Randall out of there. Like, get him out of the available pool. I think this is good. I think that this is probably what they would do. They got to protect Quentin Grimes. I think it'd be stupid to not protect Cam Reddish. Timberwolves, another kind of hard one. Rudy Gobert, obviously. Cat, D'Angelo Russell, Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, obviously. I think they keep Kyle Anderson. Wendell Moore, who they just drafted. Jalen Noel, who they like a lot. That leaves like Austin Rivers, Bryn Forbes, Eric Paschal. Jordan McLaughlin, which would suck. He's your backup point guard. Naz Reid's the tough one. Naz Reid is the one where I'm like, I would want to protect him, but I don't know who I'm taking out for him. Maybe Kyle Anderson? CJ Ellaby, I did not know he was on the Timberwolves. Nathan Knight, Luka Garza, AJ Lawson, Mavs legend. Josh Minot, who they just drafted in the second round, I think. And Torian Prince, who they just extended. Maybe you keep Naz Reid over Kyle Anderson. If I'm an expansion team, I'm definitely scooping up Naz Reid. Kyle Anderson or Naz Reid? Yeah, the Wolves got AJ Lawson. It was a big deal at the time on Mavs Twitter, including me. I was not happy about it either. Keep Naz Anderson. I think I'm leaning towards Naz. What is Naz, like 23, right? Isn't he young as shit too? Bertans' contract is the most team-friendly contract in the NBA. Yeah. All right, let's replace Naz Reid with Kyle Anderson. Fuck. I'm bad at Excel, guys. I lie about it on my resume. Let's keep Naz Reid over Kyle Anderson. I think that's probably the right choice. Thunder. You didn't watch one full NBA game last season? Man, you're missing out. Shea, obviously. Lou Dort, Josh Giddey, Trey Mann, Jalen Williams, Dang, Chet Holmgren. You got to keep all of your first-round picks this year. And I think they keep Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. I like JRE a lot. I think he has the makings of a very, very good modern big. I think they keep him. Derek Favors, Mike Muscala, yeah, whatever. Kenrich Williams would suck to lose, but I think you're cool with it. Darius Baisley, I don't like him at all. Ty Jerome, they already want to get rid of him. Theo, Maladon, whatever. Poku, I think he sucks. Omarui, wasn't he on the Mavs? Aaron Wiggins, good player. Craigie and Jalen Williams, they just drafted in the second round. I think this is an easy pick right here, actually. Maybe you replace JRE with Kenrich Williams. But if you're an expansion team, who are you taking? I think you're probably going to take Poku, right? Or Kenrich Williams. Nuggets. The first 7 for the Nuggets is a no-brainer, right? KCP, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Bruce Brown, Michael Porter Jr., Bones Highland. And I think you keep Zeke Naji. That means that you are leaving your first-round pick, Christian Brown, and Peyton Watson, who they also drafted in the first round, I'm pretty sure. You're leaving those two guys prone, but I don't think you're trying to win a championship. You can't leave any of these guys out there. Maybe you just pray that they take DeAndre Jordan for some stupid fucking reason. Trailblazers, I think the Blazers are easy. Dame, Nurkic, Jeremy Grant, Gary Payton, Josh Hart, Anthony Simons, and Little, Shaden Sharp. This means Jabari Walker's available. Wasn't he like the second to last pick? I don't know. Trailblazers fans love this guy to death. I don't think you're at risk of losing him. Trenton Watford would suck. He'd probably get drafted. But I don't know. Like, you got to keep Shaden Sharp, obviously. You just drafted him 7th overall. I thought about maybe leaving Nurkic to the Wolves. What would an expansion team really get out of drafting Nurkic? But he would be one of the best players available, though, if he was out there. So I think this is what you got to rock with, especially since you're trying to compete right now. Jazz, gross fucking team, obviously. You got to keep Jared Vanderbilt. You got to keep Colin Sexton. You got to keep Lauri Markkanen. I think you definitely keep Walker Kessler, first round pick this past draft. Abaji, you're obviously keeping. You got to keep Clarkson and Malik Beasley because you could get legitimate value out of trading them. And then Simone Fontecchio. Simone Fontecchio from Italy. I think they keep him. I know there's a lot of hype around him in Jazz circles. And I mean, look at the other side. Who else would you keep? Rudy Gay, Conley, Olynyk, Stanley Johnson? No. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, fucking... I'm out on him. I'm so far out on I'm so far out on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I said last year that he was like my surprise most improved player pick. He's not good. Town Horton Tucker sucks. No offense to the guy. Saban Lee, Azubuike, Jared Butler. I thought Jared Butler could be something, but doesn't really look like it. Cool story, though. or sad story, depending on how you look at it. Leandro Balmero, drafted in the first round last year, and Johnny Juzang, right? UCLA legend. I think this is kind of easy. Who's getting drafted here? I think it'd have to be Talon Horton Tucker, right? I think you just take it. We take the upside. Bulls was easy. I don't think the Bulls one you even have to think twice about. DeMar, Vucevic, Zach LaVine, Caruso, Alonzo, Patrick Williams, Io, and Dalen Terry, who you just drafted in the first round. I mean, maybe you try to sneak Colby White in there, but yeah. Everyone else, you don't really care about. Cavs is difficult. The Cavs one is hard. Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Okoro, Mobley. No doubt about those. No doubt about those 5. Then who? I struggle with Kevin Love. You have to factor in the contract and everything, his age. Like, what really does an expansion team that's probably going to be young and bad, what do they get out of Kevin Love? But the Cavs can't afford to lose him. Like, maybe an expansion team goes, okay, we can get Kevin Love, name recognition one, drive some interest up, expiring contract, big contract. We can use that as a trade piece easily. Dean Wade, they just extended. I think they keep him for sure. I like Dean Wade a bunch. Then I had an issue. Fucking Karis LeVert, man. Gross. Like, gross. He was so bad for them. I almost thought about not keeping him entirely. No, they're not protecting Robin Lopez, dude. I thought about sacrificing Karis LeVert. Almost daring an expansion team to take his ass off your hands. And replacing him with Dylan Windler, who I saw reports yesterday, start of training camp, Bickerstaff loves him. They love them some Dylan Windler. I don't think it's impossible that they would keep him. He's really the one. Jetty Osman, I think you're cool with leaving. I thought about Rubio too. Rubio was so big for them last year. I think they would hate to lose him. But do you risk Kevin Love? You know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm saving Windler because I think an expansion team would draft him. And I'm goodbye, Karis LeVert. I'm sorry. I know that they traded. What did they trade a first for him? I forgot what that trade was. But it just didn't work out, and I want him off. Wait, why not get Love out? His contract is bad. It's expiring though, and he was really good last year. That's what I'm saying. This is tough. I think an expansion team would actually be interested in snagging Kevin Love. I think Rubio's got a really good chance of surviving. Pistons, I feel like was kind of easy to me. Cade, Duran, Ivy, Sadiq Bey, Boyan, Isaiah Stewart. You're all keeping them. The talking and the music. I think you keep Killian Hayes. I'm still a believer of Killian Hayes. And they just gave Bagley a lot of money. I think they're keeping him, even though I wouldn't be all that interested in it. That leaves Hamidou Diallo, who would get snagged for sure. Isaiah Livers maybe. But Hamidou Diallo would get grabbed. But I don't know who I would replace him with. Kevin Love is expiring, yeah. I don't know who I'm sacrificing for Hamidou Diallo. Because no matter who I'm sacrificing, they're getting picked. I think I'd rather take the defensive, the super high upside of Killian Hayes, even if it's not likely we get there. And I just think they would protect Bagley because they just gave him a kind of a pretty fucking fat bag for Marvin Bagley. Sacrifice Bogey? No. Bogey would get snagged. Pacers, I thought Pacers was kind of easy. Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, Jalen Smith, Halliburton, Duarte, Mathurin, Nimhard, who they drafted first pick of the second round, I think. Then Isaiah Jackson, first round pick a year ago. O'Shea Brissett probably would get snagged out of this list. Goga, I just don't think it's good. Aaron Nesmith is not good. I think that this is the easy one. TJ McConnell. But you'd have to ask yourself, why would I didn't know James Johnson was even in the league anymore. You'd have to ask yourself, like, what would TJ McConnell, would an expansion team really go after him instead of like O'Shea Brissett? Bucks is easy. Brooke Lopez, Drew, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton, Buck Champ, and Grayson Allen. Easy. Obviously, Wesley Matthews, it would suck to lose him, but an expansion team's not taking him. Javon Carter is an interesting one, but what are you going to do? Jordan Nwora, who they just brought back. Some upside there, but, you left him in free agency for the longest time, so I don't think you really care that much. I think it'd be hilarious. It would be hilarious if an expansion team said, you know what? I'm going to cause disruption in the Milwaukee locker room. I'm taking Thanasis. Are we assuming Ingles doesn't recover well? No, you're assuming that no expansion team in the right mind is taking Ingles, and you would be right. Lakers. All right, here's where things get spicy. LeBron, Pat Bev. God, this roster sucks. Wow, this team is bad. LeBron, Pat Bev, Davis, Austin Reeves, you have to keep. Lonnie Walker, you're keeping him, even though he's got an ankle injury. Thomas Bryant, I think you have to keep him. God, this roster's fucking horrible. Max Christie, you just drafted with a pretty high second round pick. I think you probably keep him. And Kendrick Nunn, who didn't play at all last year, but is young enough. That does mean you're dangling Russell Westbrook out there. Now, I kind of thought about it. What's an expansion draft? It's when a league adds a new team, which there's a lot of reports the NBA is about to announce. Two new teams, Vegas and Seattle. Those two teams get to pick from a pool of players in order to start their team, so they're not starting with horrible players. Austin Reeves stinks. Get rid of him and everyone but LeBron. That's just for the stat padding years. Hopefully the NBA comes back to San Diego. They can just grab anyone. No, every single team gets to protect 8 players. Every NBA team gets to protect 8. Or at least this is how it's been done in the past. 8 players. So that way, like, they can't go and pick LeBron. It sounded like it'll be Seattle and Vegas, right? Yeah. You know who get first dibs on the draft between the two expansion teams? I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's like a coin toss thing or what. But anyways, okay, you're dangling Russ. Now, part of me feels like if you're the Lakers at this point, your only real opportunity to win a championship is if Russ really buys in and has a big year. That's the only way you win a championship. So I wouldn't love the idea of losing him, because I'm going to be real with you. If I'm Seattle and I get the first pick in the expansion draft or whatever, second pick, I'm taking Russ. I think it'd be a fun storyline. You start your franchise or restart your franchise in the case of Seattle with an MVP, a Hall of Famer, one of the most polarizing but popular players in the NBA. And you don't ever know. Like maybe like in a new environment, right? He gets back to kind of where he was second half with the Wizards, where he's doing good shit. And you can put butts in the seats. Like he would 1,000% get drafted. 1,000,000%. With Thomas Bryant, I don't know. If you take Russ off here and put Thomas Bryant, who the hell's getting picked? This team sucks. Who the hell's getting picked? Maybe Troy Brown? Or maybe Thomas Bryant? I buy that narrative, so ironically enough, you have to protect them. You know what though? There's been so much bad vibes there. I don't think they do. So just for the sake of it, just for the sake of this experiment, we're keeping them out there. Clippers was tough. Clippers is a tough one, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Paul George, Kawhi, Norman Powell, Robert Covington, no brainers. And then it gets a little bit difficult. I think you have to keep Luke Kennard. I think you have to keep Nicholas Batum. You have to keep Terrence Mann. And I'm kind of leaning towards Amir Coffey because he's young and he's on a stupid friendly contract, $3 million a year. But that means you're dangling both of your guards in John Wall and Reggie Jackson. You're dangling your starting center in Zubats. You have to protect Zubats, actually. Right? Who the fuck plays center if Zubats leaves? And they didn't bring Hartenstein back. It's got to be Zubats. Zubats would definitely get dragged. I think you protect Zubats for sure. And I think Amir Coffey, you're probably going to lose Amir Coffey, but like you can't lose Zubats. You can't dangle Jackson over Mann, no way. They would lose Terrence Mann though, I think. If you lose Reggie Jackson, John Wall can start for you. Kennard? I don't know, man. Kennard shot like fucking 50% from 3. You think they would let Kennard go? All right. Okay. Kennard for Reggie Jackson, even though I don't know if I agree. I think Kennard probably gets grabbed here. Or Amir Coffey, one of the two. They're a tough one. Okay, Warriors is the most difficult one. Warriors is the most difficult one by far. Your top 7, there's no doubt about it. Steph, Draymond, Clay, Andrew Wiggins, Kuminga, Jordan Poole, and Moses Moody. You're keeping those guys. No questions asked. Who is the last guy? Because whoever it isn't is getting picked. Kevon Looney was a huge reason you just won the championship. Or James Wiseman, who you picked 2nd overall 2 years ago. Whoever you don't pick is getting drafted. No doubt about it. Like, if James Wiseman's out there, he might be the 1st overall pick in an expansion draft. But do you say to yourself, okay, let's just pray an expansion team says, what are we going to do with Kevon Looney, right? He's a little bit older. He thrived in the Warriors system, but we're not going to be the Warriors. So we would rather take, like, Patrick Baldwin, who the Warriors just drafted 30th overall and has gigantic upside if he pans out. Why not take out Moody? No, they're keeping Moody. They're keeping Moody for sure. Or do they say, Looney was so important to our championship team, we just re-signed him. There's no way we're letting him go. No way. James Wiseman is not ready. He is not proven enough to step into that big of a role. This is assuming, like, okay, this thought exercise, ladies and gentlemen, this is like the NBA. Adam Silver said, all right, guys, fuck. Oh, my God, the NFL fans are being so annoying about the ratings. Oh, we got to do something. Okay, expansion teams now. Expansion teams now. The season starts in a month. It doesn't matter. We're having expansion teams right now. So that's what we're thinking here. It's not like next offseason. It's right now. I think they keep Looney. I actually think they keep Looney. That's actually what I think. I just think you can't really... I don't think you can risk it. Wiseman would definitely get picked number 1. But can you risk it, though? What if Wiseman's not good? What if they keep Wiseman over Looney? Looney gets drafted, and Wiseman's just not good. Then what? Tough one. Really tough one. They build for the future and keep Wiseman? Moody over Wiseman, though? Yes, they keep Moody over Wiseman. Yes. Wiseman can do what Looney can and more, but we don't know that. He was not good when he played, and he's been hurt. Looney was just a very important part of a championship team. Like, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I was going to say, I don't think they win without Looney, but I don't know. Could be possible. Oh, nice. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey did not practice today due to a thigh injury. Man, fuck him. All right, Mr. Glass. You could trade the promise of Wiseman for more. I don't know if you can. Okay, actually, that's a good point. If this were to happen today, I wonder if the Warriors immediately pick up the phone like, okay, we got to trade Wiseman before this draft. Like, we have to trade him before this draft. Are we sure it's Seattle and Vegas? That's been the rumors. This is what I'm rocking with. Suns was a little bit difficult too. Obviously, Chris Paul, Booker, Mikal, Ayton, Cam Johnson. You're keeping all of those guys. Then their team is like, they might be kind of bad. Not bad, but they really might take a pretty decent step back. I'm guessing you keep Campaign because you let Aaron Holiday go. So you don't really have another backup guard. Saric, they love. Mavs are the last team. That wasn't even like me doing that. They were actually the last team that popped up. They absolutely love Saric. Maybe you don't protect him. But I mean, who else would you protect realistically? And Jay Crowder. I know Jay Crowder wants out, but I actually think you could trade him for something. So I think you just hold on to him and trade. Like, I think that you could maybe get like a decent pick for him. Like at first or something. So that's why. But also, would an expansion team want Jay Crowder? I don't know. I mean, look at the available options, right? Bismack Biyombo, Damian Lee, Torrey Craig. Frank Jackson. Josh Okogie. Yeah. Landry Shamet. I do not like Landry Shamet as a player at all. They would probably try to keep him. But Ish Wainwright, Dwayne Washington, two-way guys. And Jock Lindell, who I guess has some upside. I could actually see Jock Lindell getting drafted. I'm okay with this. And then you trade Jay Crowder. I'm okay with that. Kings was actually the easiest one. The Kings was by far the easiest one. Harrison Barnes, Rashawn Holmes, Domantas Sabonis, Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, Herter, Davion, and Keegan Murray. So easy. Like, there's just, I don't think there's any argument for anybody else. Who even gets drafted? Probably Terrence Davis. Maybe Metu. Is the strategy for expansion teams to immediately start tanking? That's the question. That's a good question. We're going to get to the draft. The draft's going to start soon. You guys will have a team. As chat, collectively. Wizards. Okay, Wizards, I need help. The Heat are tough. Yes, they're coming up soon. Beal, KP, Kuzma, Rui, Denny, Johnny Davis, and Corey Kispert are definitely getting saved. I thought maybe about dangling Kispert, but I don't know. Wasn't great last year, but you just spent a first-round pick on him. That leaves one spot for these three. Monte Morris, Daniel Gafford, and DeLon Wright. Now, DeLon Wright, he's not getting saved. Monte Morris or Gafford? Most people would say Gafford, right? Gafford seems like the obvious one. I actually think they might protect Monte Morris instead. I actually think that they would maybe protect Monte Morris. He's their only point guard. If you lose Monte Morris, which I think you would, if you protected Gafford instead, you would lose Monte Morris. Who's going to be your point guard? Are you going back to the Beal experiment? Is DeLon Wright going to start? I mean, I like DeLon Wright. Don't get me wrong, but Gafford to me, and I love Gafford, but he's just a guy, kind of. Monte Morris is, as a starting point guard, probably in the bottom 10. That's not, a knock on Monte Morris, but there's just a lot of great point guards. But Gafford's just kind of a guy. When it comes to the center spot, he's just kind of a jag. Gafford, he's the only big outside of KP who misses a third of his games. No, you got Anthony Gill. What up, Doomer? This one's actually really hard. I think they would keep Gafford. The more I think about it, I would keep Monte Morris personally, but I think they would keep Gafford. I don't feel good about it. But we're keeping Gafford. Hawks. Clint Capella, John Collins, Bogdan, DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, Okongwu, AJ Griffin. That seems easy enough to me. Would probably lose Jalen Johnson, but whatever. I think this is easily who you pick. Magic are kind of hard too, but I think this is the right choice here. Fultz, Wendell Carter, Cole Anthony, Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, Paolo, Jonathan Isaac. You're keeping those guys no matter what. Then it's between Chumo, Kiki, and Mobamba, or RJ Hampton. I don't think RJ Hampton's good, so not him. But give me the wing player always. Give me the forward always over the big. Mobamba is who he is. It's cool. Definitely would get drafted in an expansion draft, but so would Okiki. I'd really keep Chumo Okiki, personally. Heat's difficult. Heat is difficult. Jimmy, Bam, Tyler Hero are obvious ones. Outside of that, though, I think you can make the case for a lot of different guys. I think you keep Jovic. They just drafted him in the first round, but I could see a world where they don't keep him. I think you have to keep Max Strus. I think Caleb Martin and Victor Oladipo are too important to their identity as a defensive team to let go. Shadows has recommitted to the Slightly Delusional Club. Now there's one spot for these four. Duncan Robinson, in my opinion, there's no doubt about it. They would let him. They would expose him for sure. If somebody comes in and grabs that contract, great. Now you have Gabe Vincent, Yurtsevin, who I think that they would dangle, honestly. Deadpool 3 side, I'm so hyped. I haven't seen a single Deadpool movie. So for me, it's Kyle Lowry or Gabe Vincent. Lowry is very overhated. And you know what? An expansion team would take him for sure. Gabe Vincent was also very big for them, and I think an expansion team would also take him. They're a tough one. Shadows with a $5 dono. I love you, SB. I love you too, Shadows. I love you too. I'm throwing Kyle Lowry in there. And what, you want to convince me that they would keep Gabe Vincent over Caleb Martin? I don't know. That one's not easy. That one is not easy. I think an expansion team would take Kyle Lowry. And I don't know if they can win without him. You would just have to pray that they take Duncan Robinson. Hornets, Terry Rozier, Cody Martin, PJ Washington, LaMelo, Book Knight, Mark Williams, Jaden McDaniels, and Hayward. That leaves Kai Jones, who they drafted, what was it, like 14th overall a year ago? He's just so far away. Kelly Oubre, yeah, whatever. Nick Richards is pretty good, whatever. I think this is the order here. I was doing some research, and I saw some people say that they would leave Gordon Hayward. No fucking chance. They would be so stupid to do that. They would be so dumb to leave Gordon Hayward. They could trade him right now for a very solid return. Do players get offended if they aren't protected? That's a pretty good question. I don't know. A team would probably take Oubre as an expansion team. I think if I were an expansion team, which I'm about to draft as one, I think I would take Kai Jones. We're gonna suck dick anyway. Like, really, what does Oubre bring to the table for me? He can be my tank commander, I guess, but I'll take the upside of Kai Jones, which is there for sure. But it's very, very tapped. It's very, very untapped potential for him. Who knows if it ever happens? Okay, Grizzlies is hard. Tyus Jones, you have to keep. I saw one, like when I was looking at what Grizzlies fans were saying about this matter, there were some who said that they wouldn't protect Ty Jones. No chance. Tyus Jones, sorry. Absolutely no chance. Dylan Brooks, obviously, Jaren Jackson, John Morant. Jake LaRavia, I think you have to keep. You just drafted him not first overall, but I think 20th overall. Desmond Bane, Zaire Williams, obviously. That leaves one spot for Steven Adams, Brandon Clark, or David Roddy. Here's the thing. Steven Adams, the reason why I'm even putting him in question marks is because you might think to yourself, yeah, you're not protecting Steven Adams. Very important to their team. Expiring contract. I could see an expansion team wanting that as a vet presence and just a really, really solid center Wait, Grizzlies fans wouldn't protect Tyus? Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Tyus Jones is really fucking good. And let's just be honest, too. Like, John Morant has injury issues. Like, knock on glass, people's, like, real big concern with John Morant is that he's going to have some catastrophic injuries down the road, just his play style. Knock on glass, pray to God that's not true. But he's also had just kind of, like, injuries here or there. He'll miss 5 games, miss 6 games, miss 10 games. I knocked on glass 3 times. So you want to keep Tyus Jones. Brandon Clark is great, but he's about to get paid. And history has shown for the Grizzlies that they let those guys go. History has shown they're not all that interested in paying these guys. David Roddy, who they just drafted in the first round, would get snagged up. The thing is I don't think he protects Steven Adams. I don't think a team takes him. Like, if you're an expansion team, you're definitely picking between Brandon Clark and David Roddy. I know there's no way around it, but I feel like it would get really crappy to get drafted into a new team you didn't originally sign with, but that's a business. Yep, that's so true. That is the game, though. The game's dirty sometimes. All right, I need a final decision. I'm honestly leaning towards David Roddy. I think they got a lot of wing depth. I don't think. I think it's Brandon Clark actually. I think you sacrifice David Roddy. He would definitely get drafted pretty high, probably in an expansion draft. But what else are you gonna do? Like, you're trying to win now. Brandon Clark's really fucking good. David Roddy's a question mark. But they've been so good at drafting now. They've been so good at drafting and player development. Do you trust your player development? Adams is very good. That's why I put Adams with question marks. He definitely would be in the convo. But I don't think... I don't know. That one's tough. Pelicans, Zion... I thought the Pelicans was pretty easy, actually. Zion, Brandon Ingram, CJ, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. I think they definitely keep Dyson Daniels. Are they drafting like 8th overall? Jonas and Larry Nance. Larry Nance is the one. I think you keep him. I think his skill set's too valuable. I think he would definitely get scooped up. That does mean you're dangling like Jackson Hayes, whatever. Devontae Graham, whatever. Kira Lewis hasn't showed enough. But also Jose Alvarado, fan favorite, right? I'm going to be real with you, though. You can replace that. I think you can definitely replace that. Jackson Hayes is about to get paid. By all accounts, he wants a lot of money. I think I'd be okay with him leaving. I'd rather keep Larry Nance. I feel very good about this group of 8. Rockets. All right, here we go. Another one. Kevin Porter, Jayshawn Tate, Sengun, Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, obviously. Eason, Ty Washington, obviously. That leaves one spot remaining for these 4. Eric Gordon. Do they keep him? He's got 2 years left on his deal. Older, right? But an expansion team would probably look at him and be like, all right, I can bring Eric Gordon in here, let him shoot, and then trade him at the deadline for picks or something. Kenyon Martin, young player with a lot of upside. Garuba, who they drafted in the first round last year, it's not looking good for him. I think you'd kind of be safe there. It's just not looking great. Josh Christopher, who I'm thinking they have to keep, right? It has to be Josh Christopher. I actually think this one's not close. I think it's Josh Christopher all the way. Spurs. Spurs are a tough one too because they're so bad. But Jakob Poeltl, obviously. Keldon Johnson, obviously. Vassell, Primo, Blake Wesley, Branham, Sochan, Trey Jones, I think. Trey Jones is the one where it's like, okay, who do we replace Trey Jones with? Maybe Josh Richardson because you could trade him. But I think I'm keeping him. Pretty sure they extended him not too long ago too. Unless I'm thinking of someone else. That leaves like Isaiah Roby, who would probably get drafted. Zach Collins, he's just too hurt. I don't care. Josh Richardson would suck to lose because you could definitely trade him for something, but whatever. All right, Mavericks. Mavericks are hard. Maybe I'm overthinking it. You're keeping Reggie, Spencer, Dorian, Christian Wood, Maxey, Luka. Obviously. That leaves 2 spots. Man. Do you risk losing one of your young guys? I know these young guys are very unproven. But do you risk losing them? Because I think you lose Hardy for sure. If he's out there, I think you lose him. You have to ask yourself, would a presumably young expansion team want like a JaVale McGee? I think so. I think you definitely keep JaVale. Now you have to ask yourselves, would a young expansion team want Tim Hardaway? He's got, what, 3 years left on his deal? I mean, he's not going to be the best player on your team. The Mavs, it was kind of open. The Mavs were kind of shopping him around. And if somebody takes that contract off your hands for nothing, I don't think you're too distraught. It would suck to lose him. Yeah, just saying as a Warriors fan, we would protect Wiseman over Looney. That one is so hard. I don't know if you guys would, to be honest with you. You keep THJ because it's tradable, and you keep whatever young guy you think is most likely to develop. But who are you taking out? I think you pretty much have to keep JaVale McGee, right? But I don't know though. You just paid him $6 million. He's a center, a rim running center. Those guys are kind of a dime a dozen, but hard for me. They literally told him he would start. It's hard for me to imagine them dangling a starter. I think you have to keep Hardy. I think it has to be Hardy. No, you don't have to keep Frank. It's not THJ hate. It's more so you have to look at this from... Man, that's brutal. Hardy is a big project, but you have zero young talent, really. And Hardy at least has some upside. There's something there. You don't have a first-round pick next year either, so it's not like young talent is coming. So if you lose him for nothing, your young talent is outside of Luka, Josh Green. Ask the timeline what they want to do. Let me tweet out this. Let me just tweet out this this table. If an expansion draft happened today, I think this would be the 8 the Mavs protect. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It's pretty tough. If Tim Hardaway were on an expiring, I think you keep him. The fact that it's 3 years left, I think they take Josh Green over Tim Hardaway Jr. anyways. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, if you're leaving the young guys out there, they're going to get snagged. Like, I think Josh Green would probably get snagged. Obviously, you know, Bertans, you know, somebody take him, right? You're thinking that. You're putting your best sales pitch forward when it comes to Bertans. You dangle Hardy and he's gone. Yes. We saw Dwight Powell's not up to the task of being a starter in the NBA. We need a proper center, and we have one on a decent contract. I think you have to keep JaVale McGee for sure. I think you have to keep him. And, you know, there were rumors that the Mavs were shopping Tim Hardaway Jr. at the trade deadline. No, nobody's taking Bertans. I think these guys you don't have to worry about. Tim and Josh Green. Who would an expansion team select? I think this is the right move here. Maybe I'm just way too high on Hardy, a second-round pick. But it more so has to do with the fact that there's not young talent on this team. We're sure dangling Tim over Wood is the right call? Yeah, come on. You got to keep Christian Wood. You got to keep Christian Wood. All right, we're an hour 10 in. We haven't even started the draft. Okay, this is our final call. I think this is who we're going with. So let's just say Seattle gets the first pick. 14 picks. Fuck. Seattle gets the first pick. I think it'll be a snake-style draft. I think it'll be a snake-style draft. We'll give Seattle the first pick. Chat, which one would you guys want? Would you guys want the first pick or the second pick? Second pick picks back-to-back. So you'd get the second and third overall pick. It is nice that, yeah, all these guys are pretty playable. Probably still first. Take the best player. All right. You guys want the first overall pick. Let's go over real quickly here. Let's just touch on some of the guys who would probably be desirable in a draft. Peyton Pritchard. That's really the only guy on the Celtics. Joe Harris. Kessler Edwards. Daron Sharp. Delano Banton. Malachi Flynn. Thad Young, Otto Porter. You guys are up first. Who are you leaning towards? Julius Randle. Hey, man, you can get a guy who made the All-NBA team 2 years ago. You could get him. Randle? Is that who we're going with? Julius Randle, first overall? James Wiseman's available, too. Remember that. Russell Westbrook's available. Give us a bit more time. You guys discussing it in the war room? Wait, Hartenstein over Randle? Julius Randle's contract's really bad. And I want to spice things up a little bit. Russ is available. You're taking Russ? I think that's the right pick. I think that's a good pick for Seattle. Russell Westbrook off the board. That means, by the way, that means nobody from the Lakers can be selected again. All right? The Lakers, nobody can be selected from them. That's how it works. The teams can only lose one guy. So the Lakers are done. Russell Westbrook goes first overall. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Former MVP, was good 2 years ago with the Wizards. And, you know, it's fun. Yeah, true. Nobody cares. Okay, then I'm up next. I have the next two picks. I'm loving this start for my franchise. I get Julius Randle. Boom. And James Wiseman. Wow. I'm locked in. I get somebody who just made an All-NBA team 2 years ago, right? Shitty contract, whatever. I'll give him the ball. He can be a tank commander all he fucking wants. Maybe a change of scenery. Maybe a change of scenery for Julius Randle, which shakes some stuff up. Get him out of New York. Let him have the Vegas franchise, whatever. And if he's good, great. If not, whatever. And James Wiseman, future face of my franchise. Beautiful. Great start. You have a 20% shooter and an injury-prone big that has never played? Hey, if they suck, then they suck. I get the first overall pick the next year, whatever. We're cruising. What up, Squiggly? We are doing the expansion draft. We just started it. All right. Chat, you guys are on the clock. You have 2 picks now. Still some okay players available. You guys want me to run through who's available real quick? Pritchard is somebody who I would circle. Joe Harris is one of the better players available. Luke Kennard. Did we decide to throw Luke Kennard out to the Wolves? Luke Kennard is available. Nobody from the Lakers anymore. Nobody from the Warriors anymore. Wes Iwundu. Monte Morris. How is Julius Randle available? Well, we wanted to spice this up. And we thought the Knicks have a lot of young talent. Julius Randle, the situation's deteriorating. His contract is shit. Somebody takes him off. Somebody takes him off our hands for nothing. So we have Monte Morris, Luke Kennard, LeVert. You guys have got to. The war room is there's confusion within y'all's war room. THJ better than Kennard. Tim Hardaway is available, but at some point though too, you got to fact you already have a gigantic contract. Russ and LeVert, yeah, you guys would be, that offense would be disgusting. Kennard, I think Luke Kennard's a pretty good pick. I've seen enough Luke Kennard that I'll put it in. Surrounding Russ with shooters, good call. So for the Clippers, if you're the Clippers, how do you feel about that? You lose Luke Kennard, but you get to bring all your guards back. Amir Coffey comes back. I think you can fill the void. I think you'll be okay. Lonzo is not available. Who's available for the Bulls? I figured wait. I feel like I haven't talked about the Bulls. Did I forget them? No. For the Bulls, it's like Goran, Drummond, Derek Jones Jr., Colby White. That's actually kind of an interesting one. Yeah, go Luke. Russ with shooters is the move, even if we probably had a decent shooter later, but he's automatic. Y'all should tank. I mean, neither of these teams are going to be good, but it would be a fun. Like you want to have some reason. Your first year as an expansion team, you don't want to just be fucking terrible. Chat, you guys get one more pick. So you got Luke Kennard, Russell Westbrook. Two older guys. None of these guys are young whippersnappers. Who's youngest available? Pritchard is an interesting player. Kessler Edwards is kind of interesting. That's probably a later pick. Joe Harris, you guys want to just really put shooters around Russ. Raptors, you've got Malachi Flynn, who's 24, I think. Banton's also 24. 76ers, Jaden Springer's younger. Knicks are off the board. Timberwolves, not too many young guys here. Kyle Anderson's an interesting role player. Jordan McLaughlin, backup guard. Thunder, you've got Kendrick Williams. Poku, if you guys really want to go young, Poku. Darius Baisley's out there. Nuggets, as far young, you've got Christian Brown, who's just a first-round pick, 20th overall. Remember that, 20th overall. And also Peyton Watson was a first-round pick too. Trailblazers, Trenton Watford, who's young. He had a pretty good year last year. Jabari Walker, who they just drafted. Keon Johnson's kind of young. Was a first-round pick a year ago. Didn't look very good, though. Jazz, you've got Jared Butler, Talon Horton-Tucker, Nikhil Alexander-Walker. There are a ton of bigs available. No need to rush your center pick. Cavs. You got Karis LeVert. Poku. Haven't seen anybody better than THJ. Hamidou Diallo. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I think in a situation like this, Hamidou Diallo would go high. Pacers. You've got O'Shea Brissett, who's an interesting player. Bucks. Jordan Nora. There's not a lot of great options for the Bucks. I'm gonna be honest. Javon Carter. Would it be easier if to make the rest of this process easier, we just go through a list of teams and just write out the names of guys who would actually be like somewhat valuable? Because there's like 15 fucking names over here, and realistically, only like 2 of them are really even guys you would even consider. Bulls. Kobe White is an interesting guy. Have we already talked about him though? Reduce the selection. All right, let's just go team by team and reduce guys who we don't think would get drafted. Realistically, are you drafting any of these guys not named Peyton Pritchard? No. Delete. I don't know how to fucking work Excel. Kobe White is available, yeah. Brooklyn Nets. You're not taking Markieff Morris. Joe Harris, are you guys considering TJ Warren? I'll leave him on here. Chioza, you're not taking. Sumner, you're not taking. David Duke, you're not taking. Alonzo Williams, I don't even know who that is. I would say these 4, probably. You're not taking Wancho, Josh Jackson, DJ Wilson. Probably not Kim Birch, right? Champagny, no. Dotwin, no. Wait, did I just delete somebody I shouldn't have? No. It doesn't delete though. I hope no potential job prospects. No potential job prospects are looking at this. Hit delete. I don't have a fucking delete key on this keyboard. And I don't really feel like doing it. I don't really feel like doing the function thing. Montrez. You guys aren't considering Montrez, right? I'll keep him just in case you are. Niang, no. Korkmaz, no. Shake Milton, maybe. Isaiah Joe, no. Trevlin Queen, no. Bassey, no. Springer, maybe. Foster, no. No. Remember, these teams can only lose 1 player. So the Knicks are off limits. The Knicks are off limits entirely the rest of this draft. I'm just deleting everybody. Timberwolves, you're not taking Rivers or Forbes. Probably not Paschal either. McLaughlin, maybe. Kyle Anderson, maybe. CJ Ellaby, no. Nathan Knight, no. Luka Garza, Iowa legend, but no. AJ Lawson, probably not, right? But no, they just drafted in the 2nd round, I think. Torian Prince, I think you consider those 2. Derek Favors, no. Muscala, no. Kenrich, maybe. Baisley, maybe. Ty Jerome, no. Theo, no. Poku, maybe. Omarui, no. Aaron Wiggins, no. No. Jalen Williams, maybe. Nuggets, DeAndre Jordan, fuck no. Jeff Green, no. Ish Smith, no. Devon Reed, no. Conchar, no. We'll keep him though. Peyton Watson, maybe. Tillman, no. Jack White, no. No. There was a pretty good consensus on Luke. There was 4 or 5 people who said Luke Kennard. It's not a bad pick. How many more teams are left? Okay, I don't feel like going down each and every team and doing this every single time. And there's a lot of fucking teams left. Why are the Knicks out? Because I drafted Julius Randle. So the rules have been traditionally you only lose 1 guy. That way teams don't get like 6 guys taken from them. They lose once they get a player picked from them, they're out. They can only lose 1 player. Man, there's a lot of controversy. Both my players people think should have been protected, but they were available 1st overall. You guys wanted Russ. Julius Randle and Wiseman's a great start to a expansion roster. All right. If truth in is adding the potential players: Joe Harris, Monte Morris, Kobe White, Dragic, Rubio, Jetty Osman, Tim Hardaway, Kyle Anderson, Poku, Favors, Kendrick Williams, Diallo, TJ McConnell, Eric Gordon. You guys are going old. Kobe White. Be a pretty good pick. That'd be not a bad pick right there. I'm trying to think in my brain who I would take next. Kobe White. We have 3 Kobes. Is that who you guys are locked in on? He's one of the best players available for sure. Monte Morris is pretty good. I am going to fan jam, yes. Okay, y'all's war room, man. We got 2 Monte Morrises. We got 3 Kobe Whites. Do I need to start a poll? I'll start a poll. There we go. I think these are 2 solid. I think these are 2 solid selections here. I think Kobe White's ultimately the right move. I think you guys got the right pick there. What up, Pat? Salute. I think that's the right choice on you guys' end. I think you got shooters now. Kobe White's a bucket. And he's still young. He's still young. And it was a first round pick. What was that, 3 years ago? I'm hitting the poll there. Okay, I got 2 picks now. Julius Randle, James Wiseman. I'm circling the wagons on Peyton Pritchard. We're having visits. We're bringing him in. We're taking his family out to dinner. We're having a lot of discussions. I'm also my war room's talking about Joe Harris, right? He shot fucking 50% from 3 like a year ago. Put a shooter around Julius Randle. We're gonna need some shooters. All right, from here on out we'll do polls, but you guys need to at least dwindle it down to a few names. I'm not interested in any of the Raptors guys currently. Not the Sixers guys either. Knicks are out. Not considering the Timberwolves guys currently. I'm thinking maybe about a Kenrich Williams. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm thinking about a Kenrich Williams, a little Kenny Hustle. I'm taking Christian Brown out to dinner. I'm interviewing his old coaches. I'm not interested in the Trailblazers right now. Not interested in anybody on the Jazz. No, not right now. Bulls are out. Cavaliers. I'm just throwing up at the idea of a Karis LeVert, Julius Randle offense. Pistons, I'm taking Diallo out to dinner. I'm really considering Diallo. Pacers. Not right now. O'Shea Brissett's about to be a free agent. Bucks. No, not right now. No chance. Lakers. They're out. Russell Westbrook was the first overall pick. Clippers. Also out. Luke Kennard was just selected. Warriors out. James Wiseman. Great pick by me. Man. Suns. Fuck no. Kings. Not right now. Okay. I'm taking Monte Morris out to dinner. Hawks. Not right now. No. Magic. I'm thinking me and my war room. We're discussing having maybe Bamba play a 4 and Wiseman play a 5 and Julius play a 3. But whoever suggested that just got fired. So we're good there. I'm considering a Gabe Vincent. Not right now. Ooh. I'm considering a David Roddy. Okay. All right. I think we're coming close to a decision here. I need guard play. I think I'm taking Peyton Pritchard. And I also think I'm taking Christian Brown. Christian Brown was just a 20th overall pick in the last draft. 3-and-D guy, shooting next to Randall. We're going a little bit young. We had good conversations with their coaching staffs, with their college coaches. I think I got a pretty good idea of who these guys are as people. And we're feeling pretty good about it. So you guys got 2 picks now. Bamba. I would have taken Bamba if I didn't have Wiseman, for sure. So should I just... Okay, here's your... True's giving you guys the talent pool. Kenrich Williams, Diallo, Poku, Kessler Edwards, Mo Bamba, Kyle Anderson. Bamba, Bamba I'm not even putting into a poll. Like, that's a good pick. I mean, it's not like there's everybody here is either is older, has a bad contract, is young and very unproven, or has injury issues. Like, there's not going to be any surefire players at this point. I think Bamba's a good pick. So who's the last one? Poku? Everyone praying for the residents of Florida. This hurricane and the damage it will cause will affect people's lives. The NFL looks like the eye of hurricane isn't going to hit Tampa, so Sunday Night Football. They're not moving that game. Poku or Diallo? We'll do a poll. That's a tough one. Will they fill Tim Hardaway Jr. role better with other teams? I'll tell you what, there's been a leak from my war room. Poku's not even on my draft board. But I'm also very interested in another Thunder player. That's the leak from my war room. All right. I'll start a poll. I'll put Poku. I'll put Diallo. And I'll put Kyle Anderson. Those are the 3 names I've seen. Let's see. So you've got Russ, Kennard, Kobe White, Mo Bamba. You got Russ and then 3 guys who can shoot. So far, Diallo is leading the poll. I get a great defender who's young. Here comes Poku with the charge. Seems like Kyle Anderson is a no. Seems like Diallo's taking control here. I think that's a pretty good pick. I think Diallo definitely goes high in a draft like this. Fuck. Don't even know what the hell I'm doing here. I'm a Google Docs guy through and through. All right. I voted Hamidou with the knowledge side they won't pick him. That's not true. I was very interested in Diallo. Now remember, the leak that came out of my war room was that I'm not interested in Poku, but I am interested in somebody else on the Thunder. And all it takes is me drafting the guy I'm interested in on the Thunder, and it's over for you guys. So the Pistons are out. I'm up now. I got 3 really young guys in Julius Randle. Huh. We're still kicking the tires on Joe Harris. We would love a Joe Harris. I'm okay with bringing on another vet since I have 3 really young guys. I can get a knockdown shooter next to Julius. We're considering it greatly. We're kicking the tires on Kyle Anderson. Trailblazers, not yet. Jazz, not yet. I just can't. We'll kick the tires on Town Horton Tucker, but we're not excited about it. Cavs, I don't want Karis LeVert at all. We're kicking the tires on Ricky Rubio. We need like a real point guard, somebody to help, captain the ship. We're considering Ricky Rubio pretty greatly, actually. We're taking him out to dinner. You know what? Let me write who I'm considering down. That way I know, and I don't have to keep circling back. Hold on. Okay. I did not. Hey, you guys could have picked Julius first overall. You didn't. You picked Russ. By the way, this is one of the more fun streams we've had. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm having a blast. So I'm considering Joe Harris, taking him out to dinner. I'm just figuring out who I need to make reservations for dinner wise. Okay. I'll take Kyle Anderson out to dinner. We're in talks with their agents. Taking my guy from OKC, not saying who it is. Who even gets drafted here? Does anybody? There's going to be 2 teams that don't lose a guy. I'm taking terribly hoisted threes out to dinner. I'm taking Rubio out too. Nobody yet for the Pacers. Nobody yet for the Bucks. Nobody yet for the Suns. I'll take Terrence Davis to McDonald's. I'm not taking him to a nice restaurant, but I'll take him to McDonald's. Oh, wow. Monte Morris is still there? I'm taking Monte Morris to a 5-star fucking... I'm taking Monte Morris to a Michelin star restaurant, baby. Nobody from the Hawks. You guys drafted Bamba, right? Nobody from the Heat just yet. I'll take Kai Jones. I'll take Kai Jones to McDonald's as well. I'll take David Roddy out. He would be another first-round pick added to my team. Nobody from the Pels just yet. I'll take Kenyon Martin out to dinner for sure. I'll take Josh Richardson out and Roby, actually. Don't know how Roby would fit into my team currently, but we're considering him. And I guess we'll take THJ and Josh Green, just for old time's sake. All right. My dinner reservations have been made, and we've gone to dinner. It's been great. I'm stuffed. I really want this guy. And I've heard leaks from the Seattle War Room that they really want Poku. But I really want Kenny Hustle. I'm okay with taking Joe Harris. 100%. And now I got another shooter next to Julius Randle. Dinner went great. As much as I want my man Kenny Rich, as much as I want my man Kenny Hustle, and I do want him, I got to take Monte Morris. I got to take Monte Morris. I need a guard. I need a point guard. Those are my two selections. I'm okay with that. So you guys are back on the clock. 2 picks. I showed mercy by not going Kenrich Williams, even though I did want to. Monte Morris doesn't play a single second with the Wizards. Instead, he's going to be a member of the Las Vegas Aces. Which I hope is not the team name they go with, by the way. Is that the WNBA team name? All right. You guys are on the clock. The leaks. Your dinner reservations: Kyle Anderson, Josh Green, Tim Hardaway, Kenrich Williams, Poku, LeVert, Rubio, THT, Gordon, Jetty Osman. Kenrich! Oh, you motherfuckers! Fuck you! I am leaking fake reports. I am leaking fake reports to try and figure out who my leak is in my organization. And they're getting fired. Unbelievable. All right, so you got Kenrich Williams. Good pick. You're up again. Second pick. I'm going to be real. I'm looking at your roster. You got Diallo. You got Kobe White. But outside of that, there's not a lot of young talent here. Remember, there are some first round picks available. There are some players who were either drafted in the first round a year ago or in the past draft were drafted in the first round. Fuck you guys. You guys are assholes for that. Unbelievable. Josh Green's name has been tossed around a bunch. We'll add him into a poll. You want to know the rookies first? All right. Jabari Walker was a second-round pick. Portland fans love him. I'm just going to let you know. I think he was like the second to last pick in the draft. I know you have well, I just drafted Christian Brown, who was a first-round pick. For the Grizzlies, if I could ever find them. For the Grizzlies, David Roddy was a first-round pick. Here, I'll bring it up. So, some people say that they reached. But a supersized wing with shot creation skills. But players with this body type rarely succeed in the NBA. So I know you're hiding a player from us. It's all out there. There have been, you guys stole a player from me. There's been leaks. He might be the only first round pick guy left. You have Garuba, who was just picked in the first round a year ago, but I'm gonna be real, he hasn't been very good. Isaiah Roby, don't forget about him, Mavs legend. He was good in OKC. I think he's like 24. Give us a poll of Josh Green versus Tim Hardaway. All right, I'll add THJ. I'll add THT. I've seen his name. Jalen Johnson was a first-round pick a year ago. Terrence Davis is young, has a lot of upside. Jordan Orr is young, has some good upside. Roby. So I can only have 4 options. Is this the 4 you guys want to vote on? Josh Green, Tim Hardaway, Talon Horton Tucker, Isaiah Roby. David Nwaba is available. David Nwaba. Josh Green and Tim Hardaway Jr. neck and neck. Oh, man. You guys seem very split on this. Josh Green taking a lead. I mean, looking at you guys' team, right? You guys definitely need wings who can play some defense. Kenrich Williams played some defense. Diallo will play some defense. You got to think to yourself, if we get Josh Green, where's his minutes coming from? Does Diallo play over him? Kenrich plays over him. Kennard plays over him. But he'll have a chance. All right. The poll has... Whoa! Tim Hardaway Jr. right before it closed has tied the vote. Last second, Tim Hardaway comes in and ties the vote. I think it's time for a runoff. Tim Hardaway would not... Hey, I'm going to be real. You guys are saying terrible pick. I don't think... We'll see who you guys pick, but... Here's the runoff. Tim Hardaway Jr. or Josh Green? THJ jumps out to a lead. B-Dot is in. There are rumors, and we are tied again. There are rumors that B-Dot is throwing furniture in the Seattle War Room. This pick is very contentious. They still cannot make a decision. It is still tied. How do we want to decide? Do I get the say? Do I get to as commissioner? Do I get to pick for you guys? Oh! Josh Green pulls away. I'll give it 30 more seconds. Josh Green has pulled away with the vote. Josh Green pulled away. B-Dot is threatening to resign on the spot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Josh Green gets another vote at the end. Josh Green is the selection. Not a terrible pick. Like, let's be real. At this stage, though, you're getting a young player who actually got minutes in a postseason series. Granted, those minutes left because he was bad. But you get a young player who has had minutes and will have an opportunity on what hopes to be a contending team. You could do a lot worse at this stage. You could do a lot worse. All right, let me check my reservation list. Who's still available? We're not going to take this long between picks anymore. I wrote down all these names. I'm ready to go. I think we all have a good idea of who's available. Just looking at the makeup of my team. What's my big situation looking like? Wiseman's really the only big I have. I have a bunch of guards, and I have like next to no wings. Okay. This is where things get tough. This is where things get tough. I think I need a backup big. I definitely need a backup big, but who the fuck's even out there? Montrezl Harrell? Disgusting. Actually, we'll circle back. You know what? I'll take Montrezl out. I'll take Montrezl out to a nice cafe in Amsterdam where we can just fucking smoke until our little hearts give out and don't have to worry about anything. Watford? I need a wing. I'm taking Town Horton Tucker out to dinner. Well, I'll tell you who I'm definitely taking. I'm definitely grabbing Kenyon Martin Jr. I'll give him some space. I'll give him some space in Vegas to continue to grow as a player. I'll take him. He's got a high upside, whatever. My big situation's gonna be terrible. Do I take Yurtseven? I think about it. Oh, do I take Steven Adams? Do I steal Steven Adams from the Grizzlies? Oh. My war room is really discussing the possibility of taking Steven Adams. It never popped into our brains. There's a first round pick currently there for the taking, but a lot of people thought that they reached. Where the fuck are the Rockets? Wait, did somebody from the Rockets already get taken? Do I have brainworms? Miles Bridges is actually not available. He's not on a team technically. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm taking Steven Adams. Steven Adams comes off the board. The reason being, I could even start Steven Adams and Wiseman could come off the bench. Now there's no real pressure on him. Eric Gordon stays in Houston. I know you guys were interested in him. He's off the board. I get another young guy in Kenyon Martin, and then Steven Adams. You also have to factor in contract stuff. I don't think either of us really are in too much danger there. So chat, you guys are back on the clock. Steven Adams, to me, how many players do we have here? I got 6 roster spots left. Dennis Smith Jr.? We go over the Raptors options. Raptors, you got Thad Young and Otto Porter. 2 really solid wings who would contribute immediately. And then you have the young guys in Banton and Flynn. Those are the guys who I have listed here. So I've seen Otto Porter's name. Are we on a consensus on OPJ, or do you guys want to throw him in a poll? OPJ is too old. Okay, we have some contention. We'll have to throw him in a poll. You can't take Otto Porter and Thad Young. We'll throw OPJ. All right, True's giving you guys the itinerary. Who here is who you're taking out to dinner. Kyle Anderson, Karis LeVert, Rubio, Town Horton Tucker's still there. Jetty Osmond, Kelly Oubre, Jose Alvarado, Plumlee, Olynyk, Duncan Robinson, Montrezl Harrell, Malachi Flynn, Otto Porter Jr., and Yurtseven. So right now in the poll, I have Otto Porter Jr., I have Kyle Anderson. You guys have 2 more options for the poll. Who do you want to throw in? THT? Do we add Town Horton Tucker? We'll add THT. I think he definitely is getting drafted at some point. The question is where. Jose Alvarado, is that who you guys want? You guys want to throw Jose in? All right, Jose will be the last selection here. Do you think Coach Collins would be a great 4, great length, and definitely a 3 and D? I'm not even fucking answering that question. I'm not even answering that question. Remember, you guys get 2 picks in a row. THT 0 votes. Okay. Do we have another runoff situation here? OPJ and Kyle Anderson are tied. Do people even call him OPJ? I hate that. Otto Porter and Kyle Anderson tied currently. THT comes in and gets a vote. I'll give it 10 seconds until we go to yet another runoff. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh my God, Jose Alvarado ties it up. There's a 3-way tie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a 3-way tie. We're going to yet another runoff. Otto Porter Jr., Kyle Anderson, and Jose Alvarado. Unreal. Unreal stuff we're witnessing. Remember, you guys do get 2 straight picks. Let's see who wins the runoff. I'm only giving 15 seconds. 15. 14. 7, 6, 5, 4. Jose Alvarado comfortably in the lead. 3, 2, 1. Jose Alvarado is selected. That's a good pick. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's a good pick for you guys. That's a good pick for you guys. You guys, look at your team. You guys desperately need more guard depth. Lots of upside, high character player, hustles. That's not a bad player to have to start a team. Let's take him off the list. So Pelicans, they keep Devontae Graham, they keep Jackson Hayes. They lose Jose Alvarado. Jose Alvarado is really not bad. Like, that's not a bad pick. Second pick, Kyle Anderson, LeVert, Rubio, THT, Jetty Osmond, Oubre, Plumlee, Olynyk, Duncan Robinson, Montrez, Malachi Flynn, Otto Porter Jr., Yurtseven. You get 4 options in the poll. I'm assuming we are considering, can he shoot? Yes, I can shoot. I'm assuming we're throwing in Otto Porter, slow-mo. Town Horton Tucker got 0 fucking votes. Do you guys even want him as an option? Town Horton Tucker got a grand total of 0 votes. Is he even worth our time discussing? Right now, all I have is Otto Porter and Kyle Anderson. Do you guys want anyone else? I don't, dude, I definitely wouldn't even put Plumlee in this conversation. I'm going to be honest with you. Oubre. All right, Oubre gets thrown into the mix. and Yurtsevin. I think that's a solid grouping right there. Wow, so Town Horton Tucker got taken out to dinner and they left him at the restaurant with the bill. Wow. Let's see. OPJ starts out strong. We have a three-way tie currently, actually, between OPJ, Kyle Anderson, and Oubre. You guys love your wings. Oubre now has a lead. I don't vote in these polls, by the way. This is all you. I have no vote. Kyle Anderson now tied with Oubre. I don't think there's a wrong pick here, to be honest with you. I don't think there's a wrong pick. Oh, Kyle Anderson just takes a commanding 2-vote lead. I'll give it another 10 seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead, send the card. 1. Kyle Anderson. Good pick. Good pick. Slow-mo gets taken. We're really kind of getting down to the shit players here. No offense to these guys. The Timberwolves are out. Kyle Anderson plays 0 minutes as a member of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Town Horton Tucker's getting taken out to another dinner. Rubio's getting taken out to another dinner, although I now have Monte Morris and... What's my guard situation looking like? Don't know how much I love Peyton Pritchard running my offense. I definitely consider Rubio. I'm getting ready to send in my Rubio pick. Javon Carter is available. Yep. I'm sending in my Rubio pick. I'm taking Rubio to be a solid guard depth veteran presence. We had a great dinner. Very productive conversations. We think he can help us tremendously. And I'm also going to go ahead and go with the high upside of Kai Jones. Very untapped, but I can give him room to grow, and we don't need him right away. So right now on my team, I have several former first-round picks. Christian Brown, Pritchard, Wiseman. Kenny Martin Jr. was a second-round pick, right? Kai Jones. I have 4 more roster spots. You guys have 5. You're on the clock yet again. Town Horton Tucker is in the green room. He cannot believe that he has been on the clock this long. He's been available for this long. You guys lose out on Levert, who I know you're interested in, and Rubio. But the game's the game. And you guys also lose out on Oubre. But there's still some very good options available. Yurtsevin. I think Yurtsevin would be a good pick. Are you guys cool with that? Do we even need to go to a vote? Your big situation is currently Mo Bamba. Your big situation is currently Mo Bamba. Okay, Yurtsevin seems pretty unanimous. You guys can't take Jetty Osman. You guys cannot take Jetty Osman. Javon Carter, is there anybody doubting this? So the second pick, all right. Let's slow down. Jetty Osman is off the board. I took Ricky Rubio. Second pick is Kelly Olynyk, Duncan Robinson, Montrezl Harrell, Malachi Flynn. You can't take Duncan Robinson. Yurt's off the board. Gabe Vincent's off the board too. Montrez is available. Jetty Osman is off the board. What team is Olynyk on? Isn't he on the Pistons? Or no, he's on the Jazz now, isn't he? That's right. Carter, we're going to do a poll. The polls are fun. Javon Carter is in there. We'll throw Trez in there. Mike Conley is available. Mike Conley is available. Do you want that contract? Do you want me to put Mike Conley in the selection pool? All right. Conley's added. One more selection. Do you want me to throw THJ? THT? All right, Landry, which one? THT, Isaiah Roby, or Malachi Flynn? Which one would you want added? Harrell? Montrez is already on here. Already in the poll. Malachi Flynn. All right. Here we go. Javon Carter, Montrezl Harrell, Mike Conley, or Malachi Flynn? Let's see who the Seattle Supersonics are taking. Mike Conley jumps out to an early lead. All right. Mike Conley. It is. Okay, now we got a three-way tie. Javon Carter, Mike Conley, Malachi Flynn. Mike Conley has a lead. I'll give it another 15 seconds. Trez ties it. Three-way tie currently. 7 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3. Montrez takes the lead. 2, 1. And Montrezl Harrell gets selected. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. You guys go back-to-back bigs, but you really didn't have too many bigs. Is this how you spell his name? Sorry. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right. Okay, there's only one L. I kind of thought that was the case. All right, how many players do I have? I got 4 more roster spots. Who's even available still? Wait, what the fuck's going on? All right. I confused myself. Okay, what do I have? I have... My team definitely sucks. I have next to no shooting. Pritchard, Christian Brown, hopefully he's a shooter. Joe Harris, obviously he's a knockdown. Montrez gets taken. Who is available who can shoot a basketball? Does anybody get picked from the Trailblazers at all? Oh, gross. Do we take Talon Horton Tucker finally? O'Shea Brissett can shoot. I'm considering him. I'm taking him out to dinner. Hey, you know what? I'm taking Wes Matthews out to dinner. I'm also taking Jordan Nora. I'm considering Landry Shamet. I am. I'm considering Terrence Davis. Oh my God. All right, Yurtsevic's off. Everybody here's off. Do I wish we grabbed Duncan Robinson in retrospect? Anybody from the Spurs? Ooh. All right. We're taking Otto Porter out to dinner. We're having a long discussion with him. How he can fit into this team as a 3-and-D player. He has championship experience. We desperately need that. I'm going Otto Porter Jr. And I'm doing it. I'm taking THD. He's a good defender, and I don't know, maybe a change of scenery. Maybe a change of scenery changes things for him. Did I take 2 wings in a row there? Both guys can defend. Otto Porter Jr. I know can shoot threes. I already have enough young talent on my team. I want to try and be somewhat good. In worst case scenario, I can trade Otto Porter at the deadline. I can trade Rubio at the deadline. I don't feel good about THT, right? Like we're already off to a bad start. Our relationship, our player organization relationship. I don't know how long my phone's been dead. That's never a good sign. Malachi Flynn is off the board. You guys have 3 picks left. I have 2. Pickings are very slim. Conley, Matthews, or Richardson have to go next. Well, let's talk about some promising young players, right? First and foremost, let's talk about some pretty promising young players. You have Trent Watford, who was pretty good last year. Keon Johnson was a first-round pick by the Clippers. You do have Jabari Walker, who, again, Trailblazers fans love, but I don't know. Pacers, you have O'Shea Brissett. Aaron Nesmith, I guess. I'm not a big fan of his. Really kind of it. Bucks, you have Jordan Nora. Not really too much young talent on the Suns. Kings, you have Terrence Davis, who will probably get picked. I'm just going to let you know. Hawks, you have Jalen Johnson, who they drafted first round a year ago. Jared Culver, Tech legend. Give you Terrence Davis. Terrence Davis would give you a pretty high upside. I'll give you guys Terrence Davis. B-Dot's putting his foot down. He's been through enough in this draft. I'll give him one of his guys. Terrence Davis. I was going to pick him for sure. So there goes Terrence Davis. The Kings are off the board. You guys have 1 pick left. 2 roster slots remaining. Let's just take a look at your team. Guard-wise, you have Russ, Kobe White, Jose Alvarado, And then I guess Diallo can play some guard. Still a lot of good players left. You need another wing? So here it is. TJ McConnell, Javon Carter, Wes Matthews, Richardson, Brissett, Nwora, Terrence Davis, Jalen Johnson. Wesley Matthews? I'll add him into the poll. Terrence Davis. Don't feel too sad. We really are slim pickings here. Jalen Johnson. Brissett. I think another thing that makes this complicated is you look at these teams, there's worlds where they're okay. So we're cool with just a 3-person poll? West, Jalen Johnson, Brissett. Okay. Here we go. Let's see who it is. Oh my God, Wes dominating the votes. You guys are going older. An older vet presence. Okay. Okay, Wes seems to be the consensus. Wesley Matthews. Off the board. All right. I have 2 more picks, and then I'm done. You guys have 1 more pick after this. Let me look at my roster real quick. Big Wise, I've got Wiseman. I've got Steven Adams. Kenny Martin can run 4. Ty Jones. That's really it. I could go super small with like Otto Porter, I guess. Guard-wise, I got Pritchard, Monte Morris, Rubio. I'm okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I got a lot of wing depth. Feel pretty good about my wings. Who's still available? I actually don't even know who's available. We still have the Trailblazers. Watford and yeah, gross. No thanks. Pacers. I'm taking O'Shea Brissett out to dinner, but I'm also thinking about TJ McConnell a little tiny bit. Bucks, you guys just took Wesley Matthews, so they're done. Suns. I'm talking to Landry Shamet. Hawks. I'm thinking Jalen Johnson, but none of these guys really excite me too much. Josh Richardson's still there. I feel like I almost have to take him, right? Or Roby. Oh, fuck. Well, let me look. Who on my original... Who is still available from this original list I have? I'm considering between Roby and Josh Richardson. Roby's a young player. I'm taking him. I'm taking him. And my last pick... I feel like it almost has to be O'Shea Brissett. Or Jalen Johnson. All right, so the Spurs are out. Oh, yeah, I'll take O'Shea Brissett. He was good last year. A pretty good defender. He can shoot. Right? You can never have too many of those guys. So that takes TJ McConnell off the board and O'Shea Brissett off the board as well. All right. That's my team. I think that's pretty good. You guys get one more pick. Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, Shamit. Landry Shamit had more than CP3 and Booker in that game 7, pretty sure. Well, that's not saying much, right? That bar's in hell. So I think there's only 4 teams or 3 teams to choose from right now. You've got the Trailblazers, who have Watford, I guess. You've got the Suns, who have Shamit, Jock Lindell, I guess. The Hawks, who have Jalen Johnson, Aaron Holiday, Justin Holiday. So those are your real 3 options. Jalen Johnson is who we're thinking. Some upside to finish it out. All right. Jalen Johnson. So here's the teams. We're done. Here are our teams. Russell Westbrook, Luke Kennard, Kobe White, Mo Bamba, Diallo, Kenrich Williams, Josh Green, Jose Alvarado, Kyle Anderson, Yurtseven, Montrezl Harrell, Terrence Davis, Wesley Matthews, and Jalen Johnson. Seattle can beat 4 or 5 teams in the league. Vegas loses the G League. Hey. Julius Randle, James Wiseman, Peyton Pritchard, Christian Brown, Joe Harris, Monte Morris, Kenyon Martin Jr., Steven Adams, Rubio, Kai Jones, Otto Porter Jr., Talon Horton-Tucker, Isaiah Roby, and O'Shea Brissett. These teams are ass. These teams suck. These teams are going to be terrible. Whenever the expansion draft does happen, these teams will be awful. Let me tweet out these teams and we'll see who thinks who's the best. Why am I getting all of these fucking scam messages right now? It was slim pickings. The talent pool was barren. Which team is better? Both teams suck, but we take those. Running your oath through Julius might be worse than it is doing through us. Hey, I got Rubio to captain the ship too. Like, Rubio might actually slide into my starting lineup. What would my starting lineup be? I'll just really quickly do my starting lineup. I think I do start Rubio. Gotta start Joe Harris, I think. Who do I have in my 3? Oh my god. I think you gotta start Otto Porter. Julius Randle. And I'll start the season with Steven Adams. Wiseman's gotta earn it. Wiseman's gotta earn it. My team's giving up 150 points per game? Rubio's okay. Steven Adams is okay. My team's scoring 160. Okay, who are you guys starting? What would your starting lineup look like? Obviously, you're starting Russ. Fuck. What the fuck did I just do? All right, there you go. The expansion team should get first and second pick in the following draft. I think they actually get thrown at the end. But I think what they should do is add 2 extra lottery slots and then put them in the lottery. Bamba starts at the 5. I think that's obviously the right choice. I can't type with the A key. All right, there we go. You got to start Kennard, right? Who is starting at y'all's 4? Trez? No. I'm not letting you guys start Trez at the 4. I personally would probably go Kenrich. Start Kenrich Williams at the 4. Or Kyle Anderson. Maybe I slide Rubio out and start Monte Morris. I'm not sure. I'd probably go Kyle Anderson for you guys, honestly. Like Henrich come off the bench. Hey, I'm gonna be real. These starting 5s are better than some teams in the league currently. Like they are. This starting 5 is better than the Spurs, I think. It's better than the Jazz. West over Diallo? That's actually not a bad idea. Then maybe you could start Diallo over Luke Kennard. I think I am gonna start Monte Morris. That way I have a little bit more reliable shooting. Next to Julius Randle and stuff. So my only 2 like real non-shooters are Steven Adams, and then I guess Julius Randle's not really a non-shooter, but this was a lot of fun. I had a blast today. This was one of my favorite streams ever. These are not bad teams. So who are the 2 teams that don't lose a player? Trailblazers? Yeah. I mean, really, maybe Watford. And the Suns. The Suns keep everybody. I mean, their depth is just not that appealing. Like, they're deep, but they're kind of fake deep. If Julius Randle was the best player on my team, I'd become a soccer fan. Man, y'all's best player is Russ. All right? In 2022. Okay? Imagine not losing a single player to a 2-team expansion draft. Your bench is trash. Dude, damn. Like, it's really hard to think about the Suns like that, but realistically, here's the thing. I don't like Landry Shamet. I don't like him as a player. Slightly embarrassed? No! I'm in my war room giving handshakes to everyone. Hey, great job. Great work today, man. This was my assistant GM. Hell of a job. No, hell of a job. We really did great. Oh, Adam Silver's coming in. That's right. Thank you, Adam. Automatic spot in the playoffs. Thanks. We don't want that, though. We want to play. Yeah, we want to go out and compete. Thanks, though. No, it's okay. No, that's not Sarver. Sarver's banned from coming within 100 miles of our stadium. Immediate jail. Immediately to jail if he does. Actually, we don't have an owner. Our owner is our community. We actually have we've gone public with our team. Our team is no longer privatized. It's fully public. The residents of Vegas, they can own the team if they want. We have nationalized the Las Vegas Aces. We've nationalized them, so we don't have an owner. I'm just a GM. We're ahead of the curve, man. We are. That's what we want to be. We want to be revolutionary. That's why we draft Julius Randle. We see the vision. That's why we draft James Wiseman. We see the vision. Do you guys feel bad about your Russ pick, first overall, in retrospect? I'm getting calls from Sarver. Not Sarver. Sorry, Silver. What a great stream, ladies and gentlemen. Friday. Friday, we'll be going over the best and worst case scenarios for every single team. Tomorrow, there will be Christian Wood propaganda coming directly to your airwaves. I wasn't really planning on doing a Christian Wood one, but it happened. I did all the research. Christian Wood propaganda coming out tomorrow. Friday stream, best and worst case scenario for each and every NBA team. We'll talk about the range of outcomes. What's the highest a team can finish realistically? What's the worst a team can finish realistically? Not counting injuries. That's fucking stupid. But it was a great stream. Had a lot of fun. We need to do things like this more frequently. Fun little stream. Interactive stream ideas like this. I had a blast. On that note, though, I am out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesdays. OGs. You guys know I love you very much. Could spit your Wednesday afternoon anywhere in the world. You decided to spit it here. New subscribers, new members. Thank you guys so much. Donations, thank you guys so much. It was a blast. Great stream. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy your Thursday. Again, Christian Wood propaganda coming out tomorrow. Friday, best and worst case scenario from each and every NBA team. Talk to you guys then. Goodbye.